He was a god. He had everything: immortality, power, divine privilege. But he looked down at humanity, freezing in the dark, eating raw food, dying from cold, and made a choice that no other god dared make. He stole the most precious thing in all of existence from the most powerful being in the universe. And his punishment was so brutal, so deliberately cruel, that it has haunted human imagination for 3,000 years. Prometheus is a titan responsible for creating or aiding humanity in its earliest days. He defied the Olympian gods by taking fire from them and giving it to humanity in the form of technology, knowledge, and, more generally, civilization. EBSCO. His name literally means forethought, the ability to see what will happen before it does. In common belief, he developed into a master craftsman, and in this connection, he was associated with fire and the creation of mortals. He is known for his intelligence and for being a champion of mankind. Study.com. He was the only god who genuinely, completely, unconditionally loved humanity. And that love would cost him everything. In many versions of the myth, Prometheus didn't just help humanity, he created us. Prometheus was a skilled craftsman who created the first humans from clay and water, breathing life into them. Greek mythology tours. He shaped us from the earth with his own divine hands. Then he went further. He gave us minds, curiosity, the ability to learn and grow. He loved his creation so deeply that when Zeus began punishing humanity, withholding fire, withholding knowledge, Prometheus couldn't bear to watch. Something had to be done, even if it meant defying the king of the gods himself. The conflict between Prometheus and Zeus began with a trick. At a great feast at Mecone, gods and mortals came together. Prometheus was responsible for dividing the sacrificial ox between the gods and humans. He cleverly divided it into two portions. One contained all the rich meat, wrapped inside the stomach so it looked unappealing on the outside. The other contained only bones, but wrapped in glistening fat that looked magnificent. Zeus, the chief god, was tricked by Prometheus into accepting the bones and fat of sacrifice instead of the meat. Ancient origins. Zeus was furious. In revenge, he took fire away from humanity entirely. Zeus withheld the secret of fire from humanity. Without fire, humans had to eat their meat raw. Without fire, they froze in the darkness. Without fire, they had no protection from wild animals at night. Encyclopedia Britannica. Prometheus watched from above. He saw children shivering. He saw people starving. He saw the suffering he himself had caused by tricking Zeus, and he made a decision, one of the most consequential decisions in all of mythology. He would get fire back, whatever the cost. Prometheus sneaked into the hearth in Hephaestus' workshop and stole the fire from the god. He hid it in a fennel stalk and carried it back to Earth. Theoi. Why a fennel stalk? Because the hollow fennel plant can carry an ember for hours without burning from the outside. The fire smolders inside, invisible, undetectable. Prometheus smuggled the most precious substance in the universe inside a plant stem. He descended from Mount Olympus and gave fire to humanity. And in that single moment, civilization itself was born. EBSCO, cooking, warmth, light, metalwork. All of human progress began with Prometheus's theft. Zeus looked down and saw the fires of humanity burning across the earth. He knew immediately what had happened. Zeus was furious at the betrayal of Prometheus. This was not the first time Prometheus had defied him, and Zeus decided his punishment would be extreme. Theoi. But Zeus was clever. He would punish both Prometheus and humanity at the same time. First, he would create the most devastating trap ever conceived, a gift that wasn't a gift at all. Zeus summoned Hephaestus and commanded him to create the first woman from clay. She was made to be irresistibly beautiful. Every god contributed something to her. Athena gave her wisdom and skill. Aphrodite gave her beauty. Hermes gave her cunning and a lying tongue. They named her Pandora, meaning all-gifted. Zeus sent her to Prometheus's brother Epimetheus as a wife. Prometheus had warned Epimetheus never to accept a gift from Zeus. But Epimetheus was so pleased by the sight of Pandora that he accepted. Only hope remained inside when she slammed it shut. Zeus had punished all of humanity for what one god did for them. Then Zeus turned to Prometheus himself. Zeus chained the immortal Titan to a stone pillar on Mount Caucasus, where he was exposed to the weather for eternity. Every day, Zeus sent an eagle to eat Prometheus's immortal liver. The liver regenerated each night due to his immortality, leading to eternal agony. Not just chained, not just tortured, but specifically, the organ that grows back. So the torture never ends. Zeus had designed the most mathematically perfect punishment in all of mythology. Eternal, inescapable, every single day. But here is what makes Prometheus truly legendary. He refused to break. Of my own will, yes, of my own will I erred, I will not deny it. By helping mortals, I found suffering for myself. Nevertheless, I did not think I would be punished in this way. Never begged. Never told Zeus the secret he held, the prophecy about which woman would bear a son greater than Zeus. He held his silence through centuries of daily torture. Zeus himself came to offer release in exchange for the secret. Prometheus refused. The most powerful being in the universe could not break the god who had given humanity fire. Fortunately for man's benefactor, but only after many years, the hero Hercules, when passing one day during his celebrated labors, killed the eagle and freed Prometheus from his torment. Zeus was glad for the feat of his son, so he decided to let Prometheus go. But because he had to keep his vow, he instructed Prometheus to make a ring from the steel of his chain and to set within it a piece of the rock upon which he was tied. Since then, people began to make and wear rings in honor of Prometheus who had suffered for mankind. The story of Prometheus has inspired humanity for 3,000 years because it speaks to something deep inside all of us. Prometheus symbolizes the quest for knowledge, rebellion against the gods, and the suffering that can come with resisting authority. Every artist who challenged the state, every person who spoke truth to power and paid the price, they are Prometheus. The myth of Prometheus speaks of the creation of mankind, the birth of both civilization and suffering. Knowledge always has a price, and someone always has to pay it first. Today, Prometheus is everywhere. The famous golden statue at Rockefeller Center in New York. That is Prometheus with fire. The Prometheus spacecraft. The Prometheus movie. Every time you turn on a light, cook food, use technology, you are using the gift Prometheus paid for with thousands of years of daily torture. And his name gave us the word Promethium, element 61 on the periodic table, named in his honor. The god who gave us fire now has an element in our scientific understanding of the universe named after him. Now you know the complete story of Prometheus, the god who loved humanity more than his own freedom. Who should we cover next? Hercules, who freed him, or Pandora, whose box changed everything? Drop your vote, follow Mythosverse, and we'll see you in the next legend.